drive here, people. Check out my Hello folks, we're coming to you live from the North Star Ford Arena, brand new arena here in Hermantown. We've got Stillwater versus Centennial coming up in approximately 5 minutes. Stand over here. So I typically stand like this, and then I talk, and when I move the camera back and forth when the play. So when the play swings this way, then I have to move the camera. He's doing a lap. All right, folks, I guess we are at the wrong rink, so we are going to relocate, and I'm going to try pausing the video and resuming it. We'll see what happens. Well, because they're getting set up for practice. These other coaches are getting set up for practice. Don't forget your jacket. Yeah. We're relocating. I don't know what you're. Oh.
They're looking at it right there. Yeah, Ford. Well, this is North Star.
Yeah, Ford.
Yeah, in there it says North Star Ford.
Yeah. Whoop, sorry. Yeah.
I know you can go around this.
Slashing penalty.
Yep. We're going to the Ford.
I'm going this way.
I was having a conversation out here with all the parents trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
All for these other, like, the people that are here.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's this side.
yeah.
We are over here.
They don't make it very clear.
No, it's not.
All right, well, we got time then. We got another 10 minutes. All right. But again, there's a practice over there and game here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna stay down here until we get time.
We didn't know what side we were on yet, so we just sat down.
So, folks, we are on a different rink. The other game is still in progress. So I'm gonna pause the video for another few minutes until this game's over and I can get this camera set up again. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go in the middle section there. Kind of wait for some of these people to clear out this stuff. Try to go against the crowd.
Stinky eye burns, that's Double Valley burns.
It is definitely ESPN the Ocho over there.
Always time to thank God.
Just waiting for the crowd to clear out a little bit. This looks like the press box up here.
Yep, good for it.
Best seat in the house.
Remember to hear you on that.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll get the play-by-play then. It'll be one-sided though. Yeah. You can come up here. All right, so we are relocated to the Ford rink here in Hermantown. And the game before us is just finished, and we'll wait for the Zamboni. basically, if the play like moves kind of slow, but if there's a breakaway or something and it moves fast, then I push the button and I zoom it over to keep up with the play. Otherwise, it doesn't keep up.
You're going to be seeing the rink a lot better this high.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. So I have it paused now, but I'll let the Zamboni do a lap or two, and then I'll keep the record going again. So you just have to. Are you gonna stand or sit? Okay, then I'm gonna fold these up so we don't trip over them. Have to get my station ready. Water.
I get your voice. La, 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 la.
I do get a little hoarse after I know I do have some cough drops in there just to like keep my whistle wet. The play button here, just so people watching online see that there's actual action. So I'm not pushing it, and it'll start following people around. All right, we're getting closer. We got Stillwater waiting to get on the ice. The refs are on. The nets are about set. Just waiting for the Zamboni doors to close. Here they come. Your Stillwater ponies. Stillwater ponies are in red tonight.
Hermantown County Hockey Showdown. Today's matchup is between Centennial and Stillwater. Announcing first, visiting team, Stillwater in red. Number 1, Ryland Neat. Number 2, Arlo Sneck. Number 3, Keegan Smith. Number 4, Parker Taylor. Number 5, Austin Boxland. Number 6, Weston Linnell. Number 7, Declan O'Shea. Number 8, Braden Smith. Number 9, Jacob Polk. Number 10, Dylan Johnson. Number 11, Kylie Sharani. Number 12, Gus Bohan. Number 13, Brendan Dox. Number 14, Lou Junker. Number 15, Kai Koffenberg. Number 16, Cassius Junker. And number 32, Logan Chappelle. Another one, Centennial. Number 2, Camden Warren. Number 3, Edward Weatherly. Number 5, Kristen Richards. Number 6, Grayson Miranda. Number 7, Cameron Lundahl. Number 8, Devin Nugent. Number 9, Henry Cutts. Number 10, Jackson Hansen. Number 11, Lucas Gray. Number 14, Colton Doherty. Number 15, Daniel Larson. Number 16, Chuck Sakara. Number 18, Ryan Posek. Number 19, Brent Thompson. And number 30, Miles Kazansky. Welcome everyone, let's play hockey.
We've got Stillwater in the red jerseys, Centennial wearing white. Starting for the Stillwater Ponies, Logan in goal, Braden Smith, Dylan Johnson, Gus Bonin, Jacob Kep, and Brendan Dox. Brendan Dox takes it into the zone, into the corner. He's behind the net. Centering pass is intercepted. Centennial is attempting to skate it out. And we're going to have a tripping penalty on Stillwater. I believe this is on Brendan Dox. Stillwater is going to be on the penalty kill for let's see here. So it was Brendan Dox with a tripping penalty. I believe the penalty might be a minute 30 is the penalty. So Stillwater's on the penalty kill. Centennial's skating it through center ice, brings it into the zone. Shot, saved by Logan, kept behind the net, battling for the puck. Centering pass, saved, pushed wide. Jacob Kep skates the puck out of the zone, passes up to Bonin, just off his stick. Bonin on the forecheck. Braden Smith holds it in, skates it in, takes a shot. Braden Smith behind the net. Braden Smith into the corner, passes back to the point. Cash Junker, shot from the point. Kept on the forecheck in the corner. Cash Junker holds it in. Kept with a shot. That goes wide. Gus Bonin going in for the forecheck. Centennial's able to clear. Cash Junker goes back to retrieve it. He spins, passes it up to Bonin. Oh, just off his stick. No icing though. The penalty is over. All right, we've got Louis Junker skating into the zone in the corner. He was knocked down, but has the puck behind the net. Takes a shot that goes wide. Sonic into the corner to get the puck. Passes it to Keegan Smith. His shot was blocked. Austin Voxlin with a shot from the point. Louis Cash Junkers hits it behind the net. And we have a penalty on Centennial. I believe this is going to be a interference penalty. We'll see. Yes, interference penalty on Centennial. So Stillwater's on the power play now for 1:30. We have 15-minute periods here in the tournament. 12:39 left in the first period. On the power play, we've got Kai Koffenberg, Dylan Johnson on D, Keegan Smith, Arlo Sonic, and Louis Junker. Shot. Kai Koffenberg took a shot that hit the side of the net. Back to Koffenberg at the point. He'll take another shot. That goes wide. Dylan Johnson pinches. His shot goes off a Centennial player and comes out of the zone. Koffenberg back to retrieve the puck. His pass just off the stick of Louis Junker. No icing, though, because it was on net. Puck comes back to Koffenberg at the point. He takes a shot that's deflected. Puck comes out. Linnell has the puck. His pass is just off the mark of Dylan Johnson. We've got Parker Taylor with the puck, skating it through center ice. He'll skate it into the zone. Around a defenseman, over to Linnell, just off his stick. Back to Koffenberg. Koffenberg takes a shot, hits the defenseman into the corner. Linnell on the forecheck. Behind the net, into the other corner. Ty Sirianni on the forecheck. Puck's in his skates. Ty Sirianni and Parker Taylor battling for the puck. Puck is flipped up and we'll have a high stick on, I believe it was a Centennial player. Six seconds left on the power play. Linnell wins the faceoff back to Braden Smith. His shot's wide of the net. Linnell with the puck in the corner. His centering pass over to Ty Sirianni. He'll take a shot that is deflected off a Centennial stick into the corner. Weston Linnell with the puck. He gets tripped up. Parker Taylor battling for it. Declan O'Shea with a shot from the point. It goes wide. Braden Smith dumps it in deep. Ty Sirianni on the forecheck in the corner. Braden Smith pinches. And Ty Sirianni comes away with the puck. Centering pass to Parker Taylor. So the initial centering pass was to Parker Taylor. The puck came off his stick right onto Weston Linnell's stick for a shot that was saved and covered. Brendan Docks battling for the puck. Back to the point. Just hops over Declan O'Shea's stick. Puck comes over to Bonin. Into the net. Centennial's able to clear. Braden Smith pinches. Centennial comes into the zone. But Braden Smith is battling for it. He'll send it down the ice. This will not be an icing. It was tipped. Bonin on the forecheck, kept on the sideboards. Centennial passes it forward. Cash Junker back to retrieve it. He'll skate it behind the net. His pass off the boards. Too far for Bonin. Centennial pass intercepted by Louis Junker. He takes it behind the net into the near corner. Centering pass intercepted by Centennial. They'll skate it out of the zone. Centennial skates it into the zone. Cash Junker breaks up the play. Puck goes into the near corner. Austin Boxland battling for it. Puck goes back to Cash. And we've got Louis Junker. He is able to clear the puck. Couldn't quite get it on his stick though. Pass comes over to... Sorry about that, folks. The camera had a mind of its own for a second. Louis Junker made a pass over to Bonin. And Centennial was able to clear. Sonic now on the forecheck. Centennial sends it around the other board. Louis Junker takes a shot. Oh, good rebound chance for Stillwater, but we couldn't quite get it. Centennial skates it up and dumps it into Stillwater's zone. Keegan Smith with the puck on the sideboard, passes it up to Sonic. Sonic over to Louis Junker. Louis Junker skates it in, makes a move around the defenseman, takes a shot that goes wide. Louis Junker with it again, takes another shot. Another backhand shot by Louis Junker. Little scuffle in front of the net. But no penalties. A couple of good scoring chances for Stillwater there. 8:06 left in the first period. Score still 0-0. Weston Linnell takes a face off. Centennial controls it in the corner. Weston Linnell on the forecheck. Ty Sirianni battling for it in the corner. Koffenberg pinches. He's able to hold the zone back into the corner as Linnell. He retrieves the puck. He's tied up. Parker Taylor now on the forecheck in the corner. Back behind the net for Weston Linnell. Oh, centering pass to Parker, just misses the net. Shot by, I think, Dylan Johnson, hit the post. Yes, that was a shot by Dylan Johnson from the point that hit the post. Parker comes away with it. He takes a shot. Glove saved by Centennial and covered. Hopefully the camera's not jiggling around too much. I'm on a plywood platform that's not the most stable here. Bonin forechecking in the corner. Puck's underneath the Centennial player. Brendan Docks trying to dig it out. Sent up the boards to Braden Smith. He'll take a shot. Actually hits Stillwater player. And we are going to get an interference penalty on Centennial. So Braden's shot actually hit Gus Bonin, but he was tied up and twisted around by a Centennial player, which will be the interference penalty. Stillwater will be back on the power play for another minute 30. We've got Kep taking the face off, Brendan Docks, Bonin, Braden Smith, and Declan O'Shea on the power play. Kep takes the puck behind the net. He passes it back to the point. Declan O'Shea, he'll take the slap shot. That's just wide. Back to Braden Smith at the point. He misses the puck. Puck comes out. Declan O'Shea's got it at center ice now. He's skating it up into the zone. Makes a move around one defenseman. Takes a shot. That goes off a skate into the corner. Bonin on the forecheck. And now we're going to have a tripping penalty on Bonin. So we'll be 4-on-4 for 33 seconds. 4-on-4 for 33 seconds, and then Centennial will be on the power play for 57 seconds. Centennial wins the face-off. Shot over the head of Logan into the corner. We've got Keegan Smith. Sorry, not Keegan Smith. Austin Voxland. Cash Junker skates the puck up. He'll skate it into the zone. He'll take a shot. Rebound is right there on the side of the net, not covered. Cash Junker with the puck still. He makes a move. Oh, he takes a shot. So Cash Junker took a shot from behind the goal line. Looked like it ricocheted off the goalie's pad into the net. One of the refs marked goal, then the other ref marked no goal. But the final say after the refs confirm it is a goal. So Stillwater takes the lead. 1-0. 5:57 left in the first period. I'm not entirely sure why one of the refs waved that goal off. Maybe they were debating whether or not Stillwater was in the crease, but needless to say, Stillwater is on the board, 1-0. Louis Junker with the puck, he skates it up through center ice into Centennial, and we'll get another tripping penalty on Centennial. Refs are calling a close game here. So Stillwater will be on the Stillwater will be on the power play. A 4-on-3 power play for 16 seconds. Then we'll have 4-on-4 for 50 seconds. And then Stillwater will be on the power play 5-on-4 for 40 seconds. So that's kind of a mouthful, folks. But needless to say, Stillwater's on the power play. 4-on-3 right now for another 10 seconds. Centennial controls. Sonic on the forecheck. Comes up to Koffenberg. He'll skate it into the zone. Around the circle. Has the puck knocked off his stick on the side of the net. Puck comes back to the point. Koffenberg takes a shot. And Centennial covers. We'll have 4-on-4 for 19 seconds. We've got Koffenberg, Dylan Johnson, Weston Linnell, and Keegan Smith out there for Stillwater. Centennial is able to clear the puck. Dylan Johnson has it in our zone. He passes it up to Weston Linnell just off his stick. Centennial is able to clear. Back to Koffenberg. Koffenberg over to Johnson. Just missed the mark. Back into Stillwater zone. So Stillwater is on the power play. 5-on-4 for 30 seconds now. Koffenberg behind the net. He'll pass it around the boards to Parker Taylor. He makes a move. He's able to skate it up through center ice into Centennial zone. His pass off the side of the net. He still has it in the corner. Passes it back to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson takes a step in, fires a shot. Could have been just wide. Weston Linnell with the puck now, battling behind the net. His centering pass, nobody quite there. It'll come out of the zone. Koffenberg hustles back to retrieve it. He skates it up and dumps it in behind the net. Parker Taylor on the forecheck in the corner. Sirianni also battling for it. Shot wide of the net. Weston Linnell over to retrieve the puck. He takes a slap shot off a skate. It's back to Weston Linnell. He takes another shot. That is saved and covered by Centennial. .346 left in the first period. Stillwater leads 1-0. Weston Linnell wins the faceoff. Back to Braden Smith. His shot was tipped just wide. Back to Declan O'Shea. He'll take a shot from the point. Rebound just too much for Parker Taylor to handle. Parker Taylor battling for the puck. Weston Linnell on the sideboards now. Back to Declan O'Shea. He skates it up. Attempted shot is deflected. Weston Linnell not able to handle it. Declan O'Shea battling for it. Comes out. Ty Sirianni with the puck. He dumps it deep, and Stillwater will go for a line change. At least a couple of them anyway. Around the boards, Braden Smith has the puck. His centering pass over. Centering pass to Parker Taylor. Got a little bit of a shot off, and then it was right on the tape of Kep. Kep had a nice shot, which was saved and covered. Face-off won by Kep, back to Cash Junker. He sends it into the corner. Jacob Kep to retrieve it back to Austin Voxland. He'll take a shot. I think that went off the back of Brendan Docks. Cash Junker in the corner. He makes a move. His shot was tipped high and gloved down by the goalie. Kep wins the faceoff back to Cash Junker. He'll dump it into the corner. Back to Cash at the point. Over to Brendan Docks. He knocks down a Centennial player, and he then gets taken down in the corner. Cash Junker pinches. He passes it over to Bonin. Bonin makes a move. Backhand shot is saved and covered. 2:13 left in the first period. Stillwater leads 1-0. Face-off comes back to Cash Junker. He takes a slap shot, goes off a defenseman's leg into the corner. Arlo Sonic battling for the puck in the corner. Puck comes back to Cash Junker. Another slap shot goes high over the net. Austin Voxland able to hold it in. He dumps it back down deep for Keegan Smith on the forecheck. Keegan Smith now over to Louis Junker. Centering pass that Centennial made just off the stick of Sonic. Centennial makes a pass up. Cash Junker. Oh, we're going to have some penalty. We'll have to see what the call is here, folks. I believe Cash Junker is going to get a tripping penalty or an interference penalty. He took down the Centennial player when they were coming into the zone. But I think we're going to get coincidental penalties for roughing after the whistle. So we are going to have 4-on-4. Well, I didn't see. So Cash Junker's in the box for Stillwater. We got 4-on-4 for 1:30, and there's 1:26 left in the period. Keegan Smith on the forecheck. Back to Koffenberg. He dumps it around the boards. So the penalty was roughing on the Centennial player. I'm not sure what they actually called for Cash Junker, if it was tripping or roughing. But regardless, we've got 4-on-4 here for the final minute of the first period. Shot from Centennial was wide. Koffenberg back to retrieve the puck. Centennial takes another shot that's deflected behind the net. Logan makes a save and covers. We've got 43 seconds left on the penalties and 45 seconds left in the period. So basically, once the penalties expire, the period will be over. Stillwater leads 1-0. Johnson with the puck. He'll circle around. He skates it up. He's battling for it. Up to Weston Linnell. He'll skate it into the zone. Around one defenseman. He takes a shot that looks like it was deflected wide of the net. Louis Junker leaves it for Dylan Johnson, who dumped it into the corner. Weston Linnell on the forecheck. He passes it back to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson takes a shot that goes off the back of a player. Looks like a Centennial player. Got a little stinger there in the back of the leg. Centennial skates it in. We got a 2-on-1. Centennial takes a shot. Logan makes a save into the corner. Up to Weston Linnell. Over to Louis Junker. And that's the end of the first period. Stillwater leads 1-0.
We will be doing the shot up in 5 seconds, which is all ready. You're going to get the blue pass and get it. Shut up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shut it up.
Melissa Kemp wins the Chuck-a-Puck. All right, starting the second period for Stillwater, we have Logan in goal, Declan O'Shea, Braden Smith, Parker Taylor, Weston Linnell, and Ty Sirianni. Weston Linnell skated in the zone, took a shot, saved and covered by Centennial. Weston Linnell wins the faceoff back to Braden Smith. He takes a shot that's blocked. Ty Sirianni takes a shot, saved, and Weston Linnell couldn't quite handle the rebound. Declan O'Shea holds the zone again. Declan O'Shea with the puck takes a shot, saved. Parker Taylor on the rebound attempt. Parker Taylor with the puck over in the corner. He's trying to hit it behind the net. Ty Sirianni hits it behind the net for Weston Linnell. Weston Linnell's pass was deflected. Sirianni centering pass was deflected. O'Shea with a shot off the shin pad of a Centennial player. And Centennial is able to clear the zone. Parker Taylor on the back check. Centennial with a shot. Save over to Ty Sirianni, who passed it up to Weston Linnell, and we at least cleared the zone. Braden Smith on the forecheck. Up to Centennial player, Ty Sirianni on the back check. O'Shea with the puck. He'll clear the zone up to Weston Linnell. Weston Linnell skates it into the zone. His shot was blocked by a Centennial player. Puck's behind the net. Stillwater on a line change. Pass up to Centennial. Cash Junker back to retrieve it. He's taken down by a Centennial player. Centennial has it in the corner. Cash Junker battling for it. Puck comes out to center ice. Bonin on the forecheck. Centennial passes it up. Foxland not quite able to handle that one. I think it was tipped. And Centennial was able to dump it deep. Cash Junker back to Kep behind the net. He'll pass it up to Brendan Docks on the sideboard. Docks around the Centennial player, passes it up to Bonin. Bonin loses it, stripped up, and puck comes out. Cash Junker to retrieve the puck. Over to Voxland, just off his stick. Over to Bonin. Bonin will skate it into the zone. He makes a move, loses control of it. Voxland able to hold the line. He'll dump it in deep. Brendan Docks to retrieve it behind the net. He'll pass it over to the corner for Keegan Smith. Centennial not able to clear. Sonic with the puck at the line. Bounces off his stick. Centennial brings it into Stillwater zone. Takes it wide. And just off the stick of Louis Junker. Louis Junker on the forecheck at center ice. Sonic now on the forecheck. Centennial dumps it in. Voxland back to retrieve it behind the net. He'll pass it around the boards to Louis Junker. Louis Junker around the Centennial defenseman. Skates it into the zone. He takes a shot. Glove saved by Centennial, and they cover. 11:42 left in the second period. Stillwater leads 1-0. Sonic wins the faceoff. Back to Dylan Johnson. He takes a slap shot from the point. Deflected off the goalie into the corner. Dylan Johnson pinches. Sonic on the forecheck. He dumps it behind the net for Keegan Smith. Keegan Smith battling for it. He gets tripped up. Back to Kai Koffenberg. He dumps it back into the corner behind the net. Keegan Smith sends it up the boards. Back to Keegan Smith. He takes a shot. Blocker save. Centennial skates it out of the zone. Kai Koffenberg with a poke check. Knocks it away. But Centennial dumps it back into the zone. Koffenberg to retrieve the puck. He stops behind the net. Passes it up to Louis Junker. Louis Junker skates it up. Pass to Ty Sirianni just off his stick though. And Centennial clears back to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson off the glass. No icing. Sirianni on the forecheck behind the net. Weston Linnell tips it over to Parker Taylor. Parker Taylor makes a move, takes a shot. Save. Pushed wide into the corner. Parker Taylor on the forecheck now. Weston Linnell after the puck. Dylan Johnson pinches. He's able to hold the line. He sends it in. Stopped by a Centennial defenseman. Back to Koffenberg, who dumps it in. Centennial controls the puck. They rim it around the boards. Johnson able to hold it in. His shot made it all the way through. Quite a few players made a save. Centennial goalie made a save. And then had a shot from Ty Sirianni that was covered. So I'll have a face-off here in the offensive zone. 9:41 left in the second period. Kept forechecking in the corner. Braden Smith pinches. Bonin with the puck in the corner. He loses control of it. Centennial's able to clear. O'Shea back to retrieve the puck. O'Shea over to Kep at center ice. Kep dumps it in. Bonin on the forecheck. Centennial rings it around the boards. Braden Smith's able to pinch. Kep has the puck. He is centering pass. Miss! Kep was trying to make a centering pass to Bonin, but it went in. Stillwater 2-0. Jacob Kep makes it 2-0 with 9.
Number 9, Jacob O.
Sonic with the puck. He takes a shot. Oh! Sonic with a shot. Saved by Centennial. Rebound goal by Keegan Smith. Stillwater takes the lead 3-0. That was Sonic to Keegan Smith. 2 goals back-to-back here by Stillwater. Louis Junker on the forecheck. Centennial clears it up to Cash Junker. Centennial brings it in. They take a shot. Saved by Logan. Cleared by Sonic. No icing. What do we got here? Centennial passes it up. Centennial with the chance. Cash Junker on the back check. He's able to steal the puck. Sonic with the puck. He'll clear it out of the zone. Louis Junker on the forecheck. Centennial passes it up. Cash Junker with the puck now. He hits it up the sideboards. Out of the zone. Centennial dumps it in deep. Centennial with the puck. Centennial behind the net. Centennial passes it back to their point. Shot from the point. Saved by Logan. A little scuffle. Cash Junker protecting the goalie. Centennial was hacking at Logan a little bit after the whistle. We'll see if we have a penalty here or not. We do. Cash Junker. Oh, we're going to have coincidental penalties for roughing. 5-on-5. So, coincidental. Oh, wait. All right. We do have 5-on-5 here. Cash Junker will be in the penalty box for a minute 30. 8:02 left in the second period. Stillwater leads 3-0. We've got Kaufenberg behind the net with the puck. He makes a move, turns around, passes it up to Sirianni, who tips it out of the zone to Weston Linnell. Weston Linnell with the breakaway chance here. He'll take a shot. That goes wide of the net. Dylan Johnson pinches. He takes a shot that deflects off a Centennial player. Centennial passes it up out of the board, out of the zone. Ty Sirianni with the puck. He passes it over to Weston Linnell. Weston Linnell tried to make a move. He gets tangled up at the blue line. Weston Linnell loses control of the puck again. Back to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson with the puck. His pass just off the stick of Sirianni. No icing. Weston Linnell centering pass to Taylor. Just Parker Taylor with a tip that just went wide of the net. Good scoring chance for Stillwater. Centennial brings it right back into the zone. Centering pass off the stick for Centennial. Offsides by Centennial. The pass back to the point just came out of the zone, and Centennial brought it back in. So we all have offsides on Centennial. Cash Junker in the penalty box for another 16 seconds. 6:49 left in the second period. Stillwater leads 3-0. Brendan Docks with his puck. He skates it up into the zone. around into the corner, centering pass. Bonin makes a move. I believe that was Brendan Docks that tips the puck in. Stillwater makes it 4-0. I believe that was Brendan Docks. We'll have to see what the refs say. It was kind of hard to see. The players were in front of the net there. Not quite sure who actually tipped that one in. Kep wins the faceoff back to O'Shea. O'Shea passes it up to Brendan Docks just off his stick. Declan O'Shea able to hold the line. Declan O'Shea and Docks still battling for the puck on the sideboard. Tied up pretty good here on the sideboard. Kep able to hold it in. His shot goes off a Centennial player. Finally goes behind the net. Bonin on the forecheck. Braden Smith pinches. Brendan Docks on the forecheck now. Centennial sends it up. O'Shea pinches. Kep sends it deep. Intercepted by Centennial. They are able to clear. O'Shea back to retrieve the puck. O'Shea spins. Brendan Docks just off his sticks. Stillwater is able to clear the zone. Kep skates it up into the zone. Kep takes a shot off the crossbar. We heard the bell ring on that one. All the way around. Braden Smith retrieves the puck. He's able to move around, make a move around one player. He brings it into the zone. He takes a shot. Blocked. Louis Junker with the puck now. He loses control of it. Hey, Kemp with the backhand shot that is saved. Braden Smith pinching. He gets tangled up. Puck comes out. Bonin with it at center ice. Over to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson skates it in. He takes a shot off the glove of Centennial goalie, who is able to cover the puck. Quite a few good scoring chances for Stillwater. 5 minutes left in the second period. Stillwater leads 4-0. Shots on goal are Stillwater has 30. Centennial has 5. Centennial clears the zone. Centennial brings it in. Centering pass. Save. Centering pass and save by Logan. Amazing save. Another shot here. Another Centennial shot goes off the post. Sonic clears it up to Centennial D, but not out. Centennial dumps it back in deep. Cash Junker sends it around the board. Not quite out. Cash Junker skates it up now. Off his stick. Into the zone. Sonic has control of the puck. He stops. Takes a shot. Saved by the Centennial goalie. Louis Junker on the forecheck. Centennial not quite able to clear. Now Centennial finally clears. Austin Voxlin tipped it up to center ice, but Centennial was able to dump it back in. Voxlin attempted to clear the puck. Hit a Centennial player in the face mask. Centennial with a shot saved by Logan. Centennial scored. Logan made an initial save. Logan made the initial saves, but Centennial was able to bang that one in. Logan was waving no goal, but the refs called it a goal. So we've got Stillwater leading 4-1. 3:30 left in the second period. We have an icing call on Stillwater. Weston Linnell wins the faceoff back to Koffenberg. Koffenberg sends it around the boards to Parker Taylor. Parker Taylor chips it out of the zone. Weston Linnell at center ice. He skates it into the zone, makes a pass over to Sirianni. Sirianni shot just wide. Dylan Johnson pinches. Parker Taylor battling for the puck. Centennial comes away with it. They skated out of the zone. Dylan Johnson not quite able to control that puck along the near boards. Centennial sends it in. Koffenberg around behind the net. He passes it up to Sirianni just off his stick, battling with a Centennial player. Centennial has it. Centennial with the shot. Centennial makes it 2-4 now. I believe that goal by Centennial went off a Stillwater player. It was redirected.
16 shots. Daniel Nelson.
Kept able to hold the zone. He takes a shot. Off a... Brendan Docks with a Stillwater goal. 5-2. So on that last play, Jacob held it in the zone. He skated it into the circle, took a shot. Centennial goalie made the initial save, and Brendan Docks was right there to get the rebound shot, able to lift that puck up and over the goalie's pad to make it 5-2. Braden Smith behind the net. He skates it out in front of Stillwater zone. Stillwater goalie. He'll skate it out of the Stillwater zone into the Centennial zone, into the corner. He's tied up by two Centennial players and loses control of the puck. We're going to have a Stillwater penalty here. We've got a roughing penalty. I believe this is going to be on Braden Smith. Braden Smith, roughing penalty. So Stillwater will be on the penalty kill for minute 30. We have a minute 49 left in the second period. Louis Junker takes the face-off, goes back to Centennial D. They'll dump it into the corner. Puck's behind the net. Centennial controls. Austin Boxland battling for it. Centennial scores. Centennial makes it 3-5. Centennial player skated it from the corner up to the goal line. The shot was from the side of the net. I don't know if it was deflected off somebody's skate or stick, but that one from Centennial made the back of the net. And we've got a goal by Stillwater. I believe that was Cash Junker that took the shot from the side of the net. It hit the post and then was sitting in the crease. I'm not sure who was able to knock that one in. I believe it was actually Cash Junker. We'll see what the announcer says. But the shot went off the post, went off the back of the goal. He was sitting in the crease. The goal was by Cash Junker. So, yeah, shot off the post, behind the goalie, sitting in the crease, right on the goal line. Cash Junker was able to go behind the net, get his own rebound, and knock that one in. And we've got offsides on Stillwater. 56 seconds left in the second period. Stillwater leads 6-3. Linnell wins the faceoff back to Koffenberg. Koffenberg up to Sirianni. Sirianni up to Linnell. Linnell skates it in. He takes a shot and hits the side of the net. Ty Sirianni with the puck. His centering pass to Linnell. Scramble in front of the net. Puck is... I believe we are going to have some coincidental roughing penalties. Puck was loose in front of the net. There was a scramble, and the refs blew the whistle. So I'm going to see what they call here. The refs are talking right now. We'll see what the refs are debating. There is a Centennial player in the box already. I believe the refs might be... Well, I'm not sure what the refs are talking about. I think they're either trying to figure out which Stillwater player to put in the box. The refs and the Stillwater coaches are having a lengthy discussion. The crowd here is getting a little anxious. They don't like the long delay here. They are putting Weston Linnell in the box for Stillwater. Well, the fans are having fun here, folks. I don't know if you can hear it, but the Centennial fans and the Stillwater fans are having some comic relief here towards the end of the second period. We've got 35 seconds left in the second period. Coincidental penalties. Stillwater leads 6-3. 30 seconds left. Dumped in behind the net. Centennial controls. Kept on the forecheck. Centennial breakout pass. Koffenberg. His shot goes off a Centennial defenseman behind the net. Parker Taylor on the forecheck. Centennial controls. 15 seconds left in the period. Centennial skates it up. Dylan Johnson. Let's see here. Puck comes back to center ice. 4 seconds left. I think this will be about it, folks. A little hard for me to see where the puck is along the near boards. All right, Stillwater leads 6-3 after 2 periods. 55 seconds left after the second period. And the Centennial team is leaving. I'm not sure what is happening unless they are Zamboniing the ice in between the second and the third period. But the Centennial team has pretty much left the ice. I'm not sure what is happening, folks. We are over our allotted ice time, so I don't know if that is playing into this as well. But we did start late. We've got Stillwater doing some laps on the ice. And the coaches signaled for the Stillwater players to go to the bench. Again, I'm not sure what is happening here, if they're just Zamboning or if this is the end of the game. If it's the end of the game, the players did not shake hands. I'm still not sure what's going on, folks. I have a feeling the game is over, but I'm not going to stop the recording until I get confirmation of that. The Zamboni is coming out on the ice. Well, I am going to leave the recording going for the Zamboni, and we'll see if the teams come back out. Or if I get confirmation that the game is over, I will let you know. But we'll have a 10-minute intermission here for them to Zamboni the ice. All right, everybody watching at home, we are going to be playing a third period. So they are Zamboniing between the second and the third period. We've got approximately 10-minute, well, probably 6 or 7 minutes. Yep, that's for you folks. 6 or 7 minute intermission now before we start the third period. Welcome back, folks. Zamboni has just gotten off the ice. Stillwater is on the bench, ready to go. Be another 2 minutes here, I think, before they close the Zamboni doors and get the nets set. So we'll just hang tight and get ready for the third period. Again, Stillwater leads 6-3. I think they're blowing the horn for the refs. Here comes the refs, finally. The kids are anxious to get on the ice. The refs came on the ice and all the kids went out there, but the refs waved them back. They have to wait for the nets to be set. I think the refs are just waiting for the ice to set up a little bit more. Actually, we're waiting for the Zamboni doors to close. They're squeegeeing a bunch of extra water off. Stillwater's encouraging the fans to get noisy here. Starting the third period. False alarm here. False alarm on the start of the third period. Centennial needed to put their player in the penalty box. That was carried over from the second period. So Weston Linnell is still in the penalty box for Stillwater. Starting the third period, we've got Braden Smith, Declan O'Shea, Kep, Brendan Docks, Gus Bonin, and Logan in net. Puck comes up to center ice. Braden Smith over to Bonin. Off his stick. Braden Smith makes a move, loses it. Centennial controls back to their D. Poke check by Kep. Gus Bonin has the puck. Tried to pass it over to Brendan Docks, just off the mark. Centennial clears the zone. Brendan Docks on the forecheck. He'll dump it back in deep, around the boards, into the near corner. Gus Bonin on the forecheck. Gus Bonin on the forecheck. Braden Smith pinches, just gets past him though. Louis Junker trying to pinch. Declan O'Shea now. He'll tries to clear the zone, but not quite. Centennial controls on the sideboard. Back to Centennial defenseman Louis Junker up to the point. Braden Smith in the corner. He'll send it up the sideboard. Louis Junker clears, but we are going to have a icing. I guess they waved off the icing. Close call there. We've got Gus Bonin with the puck in the near corner. He passes it back to Braden Smith. Kind of a bouncing puck. Centennial is able to clear, and this will be an icing call on Centennial. Weston Linnell is out of the box. Faceoff comes back to Austin Voxland. His shot tangled up in the jersey of Arlo Sonic. Centennial controls behind the net. Keegan Smith on the forecheck. Back to the point. Cash Junker trying to pinch. Holds his own. Louis Junker sends it in deep behind the net. Keegan Smith on the forecheck. Puck comes out to Arlo Sonic. He takes a backhand shot. Saved. Keegan Smith over to Austin Voxland. His shot gloved down and covered by the goalie. Linnell, face-off, comes out of the zone. Koffenberg controls at center ice. He's trying to chip it forward to Linnell. Linnell skates it into the zone. Pass over to Parker Taylor. Knocked off his stick. Centennial in center ice. Koffenberg hits it up to center ice. Just past the Stillwater players. Centennial controls. They skated into the zone. Shot wide of the net. Sirianni with the puck. He'll shoot it up the boards. Centennial holds. Centennial. Parker Taylor with the puck. Passes it up to Linnell. Linnell over to Sirianni. Sirianni skates it into the zone. Sirianni with a shot. Hits the side of the net. Sirianni again from the corner. Centering pass. Deflected by the goalie behind the net. Weston Linnell and Sirianni on the forecheck. Puck comes back to the point. Koffenberg sends it back into the corner to Weston Linnell. He's battling for the puck behind the net. Weston Linnell comes out with it. Centering pass to Dylan Johnson. Johnson takes a shot, deflected wide of the net. Ties Sirianni with the puck. Centering pass. Dylan Johnson able to send it into the corner. Weston Linnell. Sorry, folks. Centennial brings it into the zone. Ty Sirianni brings it up. He chips it forward to the Centennial defenseman. Stillwater dumps it in deep. Weston Linnell on the forecheck. Stillwater on a line change. Centennial sends it down the ice. This will be an icing call. Puck was right along the near boards there. Shots on goal are 38 for Stillwater, Centennial 9. Stillwater leads 6-3. 11:01 left in the third period. Kemp wins the faceoff over to Dox, just off his stick though. Centennial skates it out of the zone, and they dump it deep. Braden Smith to retrieve the puck behind the net. He passes it up the boards to Bonin. Bonin chips it out of the net, out of the zone. Kemp not able to control it. Kemp on the forecheck, trying to pester the Centennial defenseman. Brendan Dox on the forecheck there. Centennial up the sideboards. They're able to chip it out of the zone. Braden Smith over to retrieve it. He loses the puck, battling for it in the corner. Centennial player went down. Stillwater clears the zone. Bonin on the forecheck at center ice. Kept now on the forecheck. Centennial passes it over to the D, up to the wing. Braden Smith. Bonin with the puck now. Bonin will send it into the zone to the defenseman at center ice. O'Shea has it. O'Shea sends it into the zone back to the Centennial defenseman. O'Shea with the puck again. Skates it into the zone this time. He loses the puck, unfortunately. Back to Kep at center ice. Kep over to Braden Smith. Just off his stick. Braden Smith skates it into the zone, makes a move, and takes a shot. Blocker save, rebound. Louis Junker, another shot by Louis Junker, just wide of the net. Centennial tries to clear. Cash Junker sends it back in. Arlo Sonic on the forecheck, out of the zone again. Braden Smith skates it in. Around the net. Braden Smith with a nice move, skates it into the zone around the circle, and top shelf over the goalie's glove to make it 7-3. 9:12 left in the period. Again, that would be Braden Smith unassisted on that one. Nice move and shot. Austin Voxlin pinches, skates it into the zone. He takes a shot, blocker save into the corner. Keegan Smith on the forecheck. He sends it to the near corner. Arlo Sonic on the forecheck. Austin Voxlin pinches. Centennial's able to chip it out on the near boards. Cash Junker with the angle check. Pinches the Centennial player off the puck. Centennial dumps it deep behind the net. Centennial retrieves it. Cash Junker. Centennial sends it around to the near boards. Keegan Smith. Arlo Sonic now with the puck. He'll send it around to the other boards. Over to Louis Junker. He couldn't quite handle it. Louis Junker battling at the blue line. Centennial is able to get it deep. We are going to have a tripping penalty on a Stillwater. I believe we have a tripping penalty on Louis Junker. Stillwater on the penalty kill for 1:30. 8:21 left in the third period. Stillwater leads 7-3. Centennial with the shot, saved by Logan. Stillwater passes it up to Weston Linnell. Couldn't quite handle it. Sirianni with the puck at center ice. He's battling for it. He'll send it in deep off the referee's skate into the slot. Dylan Johnson send it, bounced it off the sideboard at center ice. Centennial brings it in, makes a shot. Logan with the save. .53 seconds left on the penalty kill. Ty Sirianni taking the face-off. O'Shea on the sideboards. Not quite able to clear. Centennial controlled on the sideboard. Sirianni. Shot by Centennial, blocked by Stillwater defenseman. Parker Taylor able to clear the zone. Centennial got a lucky call there. Should have been offsides, but over to Parker Taylor. He'll skate it through center ice into the zone. He gets taken down by 2 Centennial players. No penalty on that. Centennial's pass. We have icing by Centennial. Seconds left on the penalty kill for Stillwater. Centennial wins the face-off. They're clearing pass intercepted by Bonin, who sends it back into the corner. Bonin on the forecheck. Centennial sends it up the sideboard and out of the zone. Cash Junker to retrieve the puck. He spins up to Bonin. Bonin tries to make a move back to Cash Junker. Cash Junker skates it in. He tries to make a move around the defenseman. Centering pass. Just misses the mark. Voxland pinches. His shot tipped wide. Cash. We've got a whistle. I think we're going to have We have a whistle. We have a Centennial player down in the Stillwater defensive zone. I did not see that. I did not see what happened down in the Stillwater defensive zone, how that player went down. I actually thought there was going to be a penalty on Centennial in the offensive zone, as Gus Bonin was tangled up pretty good in front of their net. But the Centennial player is down. The coaches are assessing him right now. Hopefully he'll be back up soon. We do have 6:26 left in the third period. Stillwater leads 7-3. Shots on goal are 41 for Stillwater, 11 for Centennial. The Centennial player is still down. Looks like the Centennial player is starting to get to his feet. But not quite there yet. Again, I did not see the play that caused the Centennial player to be shooken up. Centennial player is on his knees, not quite up all the way yet though. We got another Centennial coach coming out on the ice now. The Centennial player is on his skates, getting help to the boards here. They are going to take him off the ice. Hopefully he will be all right, folks. Never want to see that happen. Hopefully he'll be back on the ice for the rest of the tournament. But he is walking under his own power, so that's a good sign, folks. All right, no penalty on the call, on the play. Whistle was because the Centennial player was down. So play resumes in the offensive zone for Stillwater. Slap shot from Cash Junker hits a Stillwater player in front of the net. Brendan Docks with the puck. He spins, turns towards the net, off his stick. Cash Junker pinches. He spins. He gets tied up. Brendan Docks to help out. Brendan Docks behind the net. Brendan Docks in the near corner now. Centennial controls. Able to knock the puck off him. Thrown towards the net. Gus Bonin taken down. Centennial controls it in the near corner. They're clearing pass, intercepted by Cash Junker on the stick of Gus Bonin. Bonin goes down again. Cash Junker steals the puck from the Centennial player and will take it behind our net. He skates it out of the zone. Centennial controls. Jacob Kep. Sorry, not Kep. Cash Junker again. Intercepted. Cash Junker intercepted a pass at the blue line, had a breakaway chance, made a move, backhand shot was wide of the net. Sorry if I didn't get the camera over there in time. Centennial sends it back in the Stillwater zone behind the net. Arlo Sonic. Centennial passes it around up to their point. Shot from the point wide. Centennial holds. Keegan Smith at the point. Arlo Sonic trying to get it out of the zone. Puck comes back to Koffenberg. Over to Louis Junker. Just off his stick. Centennial back at center ice. Skates it into the zone. Stops. Centering pass intercepted by Sonic. At least tipped by Sonic. Centennial still controls. Louis Junker trying to get it out of the zone. Louis Junker at the point. Pass intercepted by Cash Junker, and he sends it the length of the ice for an icing call. 4:11 remaining in the third period. 7-3. Stillwater leads. Face-off goes behind the Stillwater net. Centennial controls. Koffenberg and Linnell. Linnell behind the net has the puck, passes it up to Sirianni. Sirianni clears the zone. No icing. Centennial retrieves the puck, takes it behind the net. Parker Taylor on the forecheck. Weston Linnell intercepts. Weston Linnell on the sideboard loses the puck. Johnson was able to hit the puck in and keep the puck in initially, but comes out at center ice. His pass up to Linnell was intercepted. Dylan Johnson with the puck. Pass over to Sirianni. Sirianni takes a shot. Glove save by Centennial and a whistle. Bonin with the puck off the faceoff. Stolen by Centennial. Centennial sends it around the boards. Declan O'Shea trying to hold it in. Centennial's able to clear. Centennial with a chance here. Shot was intercepted by Braden Smith. Braden Smith skates it up out of the zone. Through center ice into the zone. He takes a shot. Saved and covered by Centennial. 2:57 remaining in the third period. Stillwater leads 7-3. Into the corner. Centennial sends it around. Declan O'Shea pinches his shot off Gus Bonin. Didn't quite make it to the net. Centennial's able to clear. Brendan Docks on the back check for Stillwater. Centering pass. Centennial centering pass. Centennial player trips. Tripped our goalie, Logan. And we are going to have a icing call by Stillwater. The Centennial player's stick appeared to get stuck in Logan's skate, took him down. Luckily, the puck was cleared all the way down the ice. Cash Junker with the puck behind the net. He skates it out of the zone. Stolen. Austin Boxlin with the puck at center ice. He pushes it forward, dumps it into the zone. Louis Junker on the forecheck into the corner. Centennial tries to clear. Cash Junker pinches, holds it in. Cash Junker on the sideboard, battling for the puck. Arlo Sonic there helping out. Puck comes loose. Louis is able to keep it in. Keegan Smith saves it with his skate. Arlo Sonic with the puck. Centering pass for Keegan Smith. Just comes off his stick. Good chance there. Stillwater holds his own. Oh, Centennial is able to clear now. Austin Boxlin with the puck out center ice. He tries to dump it in. Arlo Sonic on the forecheck. Arlo Sonic with the puck. He stops on the side of the net behind. Centering pass for Keegan Smith. Keegan Smith was tangled up. Cash Junker out the puck. He takes a shot wide of the net. And that puck is controlled by Centennial. Coming out of the net. Louis Junker on the back check. Arlo Sonic tries to clear. Hits the goal. Hits the ref skates there. And Stillwater sends it down the ice for an icing. 1:03 remains in the third period. Stillwater leads 7-3. Weston Linnell on the face-off. Parker Taylor had it momentarily, and then it was cleared out of the zone by Dylan Johnson. Centennial controls behind their net. Weston Linnell on the forecheck. Sirianni on the forecheck now in the corner. Sorry, the camera didn't quite get over there. Centennial is able to clear. Dylan Johnson back to retrieve it. He'll take it behind the net. Passes it off the boards to Weston Linnell. Weston Linnell gets around one defenseman. Pinched off the puck. Parker Taylor with the puck in the offensive zone now. Over to pass to Sirianni, just out of his reach. Centennial is able to skate it out of the zone. 20 seconds left in the period. Left in the game, folks. Behind our net, Koffenberg to retrieve it. Centennial has control of the puck. Back to the Centennial point. 7 seconds left. They take a shot. Deflected off of Stillwater. Amazing save by Logan. Shot from the point was deflected off of Stillwater's stick right onto a Centennial player sitting on the side of the net. And Logan was able to get over there and make the save. Actually, I think they called that a goal. Was that a goal? I'm not sure, folks. I thought Logan saved that, but I believe they marked that a Centennial goal. Anyway, the official score here. All right, well, I guess that was a goal in the final seconds of the game there. I thought Logan saved it, but it was a goal. Final score, 7 Stillwater, Centennial 4. We'll wait till the players get off the ice. Quite a few penalties in the game. Hopefully the Centennial player will be all right. And all the players are off the ice, so we will call this a wrap. We'll be back with you live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Stillwater versus Hermantown. Thank you.